Welcome back everybody, and a big thanks, 50 subscribers in only a matter of days. Big thanks to everybody who's joined the channel already, and a big thanks and a shout out to Andy at Andy's Motorcycle Sessions, who has helped me launch this channel. The reason I decided to get this channel up and running is all about venture bikes in Tasmania. So if you're interested in following what we do in Tasmania, some of the rides, some of the reviews and all places to go and ride in Tasmania, tag along for the journey, because I'll be doing various videos from time to time covering all sorts of subjects, from touring around, camping, bike reviews, pretty much everything to do with adventure bike riding in Tasmania. So if there's something in particular you want to see or a topic you want me to talk about, please let me know in the message, and I'll try and cover that topic myself. If not, I'll certainly source someone that has knowledge in that area, and we'll bring that to you. Okay, so enough on that subject. Today I'm going to do a short video on camera gear and what I use and how I set up my camera gear on my bike. So let's roll the music and go and have a look. Okay, first thing I'll do is I'll go through and show you what I use, and then I'll go through how I set it all up. As you know, with motorcycling, wind noise is your biggest enemy in any sort of video that you're trying to do. So I'll go through and show you what I use to combat the wind noise. I've got two cameras. One I use is a Hero 4 and the Hero 7, which I'm currently filming with, so you can't see that, but I'll show you that a bit later on. Hero 4 I've had for quite a few years. Really good camera, but it doesn't have the stabilization qualities of the new 7. So you've got to be very careful where you mount it, because you will get very shaky video. Best sound setup to combat the wind, I find, is to use an external microphone. Now with the Hero 4 I've got the genuine GoPro adapter, which is the only one to get. There are aftermarket ones out there, but I've never had any success with them working. I use a stereo microphone, which you can get on eBay. I think it was about $10 maybe for this particular one. It's a stereo microphone, which you can simply plug straight into the end of your adapter. You can run a longer cord depending on where you want to hide the microphone. I used to hide this particular one underneath the seat of my bike, so it was well away from the wind noise. You can also wrap it up in fur as well. If you're just using the camera itself and you don't want to use an external microphone setup, you can use what's called a wind slayer, which is this fellow here. So that basically slips over the top of the camera. They're about $3 or $4 on eBay, and they work really well as far as combating the wind noise. If you're just using the camera on itself on a day, you can use the standard frame, which is not waterproof of course. Then you've got the full waterproof mount which comes with the camera, but you do get a lot of sound inside there that sounds like it's in a bucket. I've actually modified this one so I can use it as an external, with an external microphone. Therefore it's not waterproof, but you can seal around here, which I have done with a blue tack, which is like a plasticine substance, which will block out any light shower rain coming through. One thing I do recommend that I always use are filters, which is like sunglasses for cameras. This is one I've just got here, which is an ND4. I won't go into the technical side of what filters for what days and what cameras, but basically this particular one will slip over the top, and it helps reduce glare and gives you a better quality of photos, just like wearing a pair of sunglasses. Also, you can buy a hard case. This is a hard metal case to house your GoPro, and that way it also allows you to buy different type of filters which you can then screw on. So that's what I use. That's a similar setup I use for the GoPro 7. I use a metal case, I use filters on the outside, I use a wind slayer over the top, and I can also run a external microphone if I need to, but I'll show you that setup later on. As far as setting up an external microphone from my helmet, you might have saw in the last video where I had a bit of audio feeding from the bike itself up to the helmet. I use a Bluetooth microphone setup, which simply charges up by USB. There's the cords there that will charge these up. They are only downfall with these, they are a mono. They're not a stereo microphone, they're a mono microphone. Hence you might have noticed in the last video that we were getting mono sound. This I velcro to the side of my helmet, which I'll show you shortly. It's fully chargeable through USB. It's an on and on switch. It pairs with the other one, which plugs into the side of your camera through your microphone adapter, like so. So that will go there and plug into your camera. Switch that on and then it will then talk to your helmet. So therefore it doesn't matter where you mount this camera setup, you've got audio from your camera wireless up to your helmet. About $25 on eBay. These two setup, not a bad setup for the money you pay. They're quite good. It is mono, not stereo. That's the only downfall. I'm not aware whether you can do any editing that can convert that. Someone out there may be able to help me with that. So that's the basic setup I use on my camera gear. Alright, on the helmet side of it, just a quick view of what I do with my helmet. I actually run two microphone setups. One, obviously I run a direct cable from my microphone, which is a standard lapel type microphone, which is coiled up inside the in the helmet. And as you can see just in there, I have two microphones. I have that one there, which is the lapel microphone that comes up through here, which runs straight to the back of the camera that I mount on the top of my camera, on the top of my helmet I should say. The other one is the Bluetooth one, which I spoke about earlier, which goes down to wherever I've mounted the camera on my bike. This simply comes up, I just velcro that onto the side of my helmet, and that flexible cord, which is quite handy, that just tucks up underneath the chin. So I have the two microphone options there, so I can turn this one on. I run this microphone when I'm using the GoPro 7 down on the bike, if it's mounted on the handlebars, or down the front of the wheel, or wherever I decide to mount the camera. I can then talk audio down to the camera. Okay, so there we go. That's a short video on everything I use and my camera gear set up to make the videos. I hope you liked it. I hope you got something out of it. I will put everything that I used in the description below. And if you have any questions, please give us a message or drop us an email and I'll do my best to answer it. So until next time, don't forget to like and subscribe, share the video. Thanks again for your support, and I'll catch you in the next episode.